Hey guys, welcome back to Mental Health. And today I want to do a personality test because I thought that the mood disorder test was fun, so I wanted to give another kind of test a try. So I'm going to take the test with you guys and see what our results are. I'm going to go ahead and record my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing as well. Alright, so I'm having some technical difficulties. Oh, I've been doing it this whole time and just didn't know I was doing it. Okay, cool. So guys, we're doing a free personality test. And we're going to go ahead and answer these questions. So the first one, you regularly make new friends. I strongly agree to that. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yep. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry as well, or two. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Sometimes. You usually stay calm even when under a lot of pressure. Sometimes. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Mostly agree. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I want to disagree with that. You are very sentimental. That's true. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall ability and knowledge. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. No, not really. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyzing of creative works. It would be. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Agree. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Disagree. You enjoy participating in group activities. Yeah. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Yes. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. That is true. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to do next. 100%. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worst. No. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Disagree. You are definitely not the artsy type of person. Disagree. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. A little bit. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. That's agreeable. You enjoy watching people argue. Oh my gosh, do I ever? You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I do sometimes. Your mood can change very quickly. That's 100% true. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Definitely. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. that one's hard because sometimes I do with school stuff, but not all the time. So I'm gonna go with like this one. Okay. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything happens after death. 100%. Like, who doesn't want to know what happens when you die? You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Agree. Don't like to be alone with my thoughts. You become bored or less interested when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Disagree. Love a great theoretical. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from your own. Yes, I do. You usually postpone finalizing decisions as long as possible. Yeah. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. Disagree. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is what you need. Disagree. Strong disagree. Like, who needs that? You enjoy going to art museums. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Agree. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. You avoid making phone calls. Agree. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Yeah, I love trying to figure out where people's heads are at and why they do certain things. I love that. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. I can be. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah, that's true. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Sometimes. You rarely contemplate the reason for human existence or the meaning of life. Disagree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You know, I would have said completely agree when I first got diagnosed with bipolar, but now I think that I control them pretty well. I'm gonna say disagree. Not so strong, but disagree. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. Yeah, no one wants to look bad. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organizing consistent efforts. No, I am more consistent. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. 100%. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Agreed. You believe that pondering abstract physiological questions is a waste of time. Disagree. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet and intimate places. Disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. That I can agree with. You often feel overwhelmed. Again, when my bipolar was at its peak, I probably would say agree. But at this point, I'm gonna go with weak disagree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yeah. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Agreed. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Agreed. You struggle with deadlines. Disagree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I agree. I am a female. And just a moment. Oh, I always get this one. Mind, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. I'm an introvert, not a surprise. Energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy, intuitive, 91%. Nature, this trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 67% is feelings. Tactics, this trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Judging, 64%. Identity, this trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Turbulence, 69%. I feel like that's probably bad. But yeah, you can basically just find out about your personality and how you work. There are other personalities, and you can kind of like look into the different ones. Your personality, like, you can take this test right now and this is how you're going to feel, but like maybe if you have bipolar, if you're in a manic state, you might get one, and if you are in a depressive state, you might get another. Don't judge yourself so roughly on the things that you're lacking on in this moment, because your personality is going to change. Everyone's personality changes depending on where they're at in their life, or if they have a mental health disorder, where they're at in their mental health disorder like span. People go through rough patches. You're gonna get different answers if you go through rough patches, but the most important thing is just to always remember that none of this is concrete. You can change your personality, you can change the way you act, you can change the way you react to things. If you want to be a different person because you're not happy with who you are, that's okay. You can change. But there's no need to. You don't have to change. If you are happy with who you are and you're content, even if your personality changes, even if you have a mental health disorder, even if you think that other people don't accept you, but you're happy with who you are, stay how you are. Overall, these tests are just fun. Really, you need a professional to help you if you're looking to change certain things, or you want to know more about yourself and you want to explore your mind. Really, a professional is going to be the best option for you. But these are a great time. Like, these are a lot of fun to, go through. And as always, if you need anything, you need any help, you need anyone to be there, you're going through a rough patch, like we all have been there, or most of us have been there. If you need some help, because it's difficult when you're in those patches, please reach out. The links are below like they always are. Please reach out and get the help you need. You can text or call, and if anything, you guys know I'm always here. I love you guys and thank you so much. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys soon.